This is spoilers.
Yo, Adrian. This is spoilers. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My wife and I had a child today, and we named her Adrian, and I just wanted to give a shout out to little Adrian.
Hey, good job! Congrats, Josh. Congrats to your wife.
Thank you. This is major spoilers, and if you're not familiar with it, we are going to spoil 2 movies like super quickly. New movies, you may not have time to see them. You may just want to know everything that happens, but we're gonna let you know everything we can about it in about 3 minutes. Tonight on our roster is, of course, Young Pap. How's it going, Pappy?
It's going okay for me, not as great as it is for you and your wife, as you call in this podcast. Congratulations to both of you. That's awesome.
Wait, it's not going well for us? Wait, no, things are going well for us.
No, not as good.
He's saying he's not doing as well as you are. You're doing great.
You're on cloud 9, baby. You're killing it.
I'm not sure that's what you're saying. Brett, where are you out of tonight?
What?
How are you doing?
Okay.
I went to bed at 4 o'clock last night. I'm ready for bed, but I'm doing all right.
Cool. You've been doing a lot of homework, right? Catching up?
Yeah, this class is killing me, so.
Well, good luck with that, Brett. Thanks for joining us tonight for major spoilers. Pappy, I'm going to give you 3 minutes here. You watched Greta Gerwig's Ladybug.
Nope. Lady Bird.
Lady Space Bird. This just came out, and it has the dubious honor of being the greatest movie ever of all time. Right, Pat? Go ahead. Your 3 minutes starts now.
Yeah, if you know anything about movies and the internet, you know that Rotten Tomatoes equals the best movies of all time. And this, of course, set the record for the most fresh reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, breaking Toy Story 2's records of 163 yeses with 164. It's a very good movie. It's not.
You love A24.
Great. I do love A24. It's a very personal story. So you're watching this movie, and it's about a girl who goes through Catholic school. She bangs a gay guy, or hangs out with a gay guy, and bangs a weird guy in a band, and then gets accepted into NYU, and her parents are fighting. I told Stevie, it's like Sing Street without the music, but you can tell it's a very personal story. I was walking out of the theater, this is definitely what happened to the writer and director of this. This is her exact life story, and of course it was. But I think Saoirse Ronan.
That sounds similar to your Meyerowitz critiques.
No. But this is such. It works because it's more of a relatable problem. These guys are dealing with middle class. I can't send the kid to the school that I want. We're poor. The Lady Bird goes several dances throughout the movie, and you have these great scenes with her and her mom, who's played by Laurie Metcalf, who's from Roseanne, and a bunch of other great stuff. But her mom's no, we can't afford this. Giving all these off the rack dresses. What Make-A-Wit stories it does is it tells a story for the 1%. This is the working class, everyday Catholic kid story. So it's going to resonate with a lot of people.
Okay, Pap. So
yeah.
you have some time left, but here's a part in the program where we allow people to press forward 15 seconds. Why don't you spoil the crap out of the ending?
At the ending, she gets accepted to NYU. She moves there and sends a letter back to her mom, who loves it. Her mom does love her, but they never verbally reconcile at the end. And
ambiguous.
Of course, she goes on to be a great big Hollywood director who directs a movie about her life.
Yeah,
of course.
I don't know, dude. I honestly, this movie is really good, and you watch this movie, and it's someone is letting you in on their exact life story, which I think is kind of special and hard to do, but at the same time, it's not something that necessarily resonated with me. It's in my top 10, but it's not the best movie of the year. It's not the best movie of all time, despite what Rotten Tomatoes says. So that tells you something about Rotten Tomatoes. But
You have like
Do
30
not.
seconds left here. Like, what do
you
you
guys
think
have
it
any
is?
questions? Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think it is that like made it so well reviewed so far?
It's just you're seeing something that's like someone's diary. You're watching a diary on screen, and like I said, I did no research going into this movie. I was watching this movie. It's like, okay, this actually happened to this woman. Like this woman's telling her life story, and like then you look it up. It's like, yeah, she was exactly like. If you didn't hear this from me, you would realize it right away. It's so real on every level, but like I said, it didn't necessarily resonate with me because it's not my path. I don't know. Brett, do you have any questions?
Yeah, quick question. Does this movie have anything to do or any reference to like Lady Bird Johnson? Is that? I was thinking it was a biopic about Lady Bird Johnson, LBJ's wife, but
No.
apparently not.
No, not at all. And Christine chooses the name Lady Bird, and I wish it had something to do with Hank Hill's dog from King of the Hill, but it does not have anything to do with that either.
All right,
yeah.
we are out of time. For if anyone wants more information, you can Twitter Pappy at spoilers_pod,
Just watch the movie.
or just watch the movie. The next movie coming up is not quite as new, not quite as fresh either. On IMDb, it's only at 6.8. It's not necessarily panned, but David Leitch's Atomic Blonde isn't necessarily a ladybird either. Brett,
No.
you got about 3 minutes here.
All right. This is going to be really hard. I'll give it a shot. Okay, so this is based off the graphic novel The Coldest City. Just real quick, it was an awesome soundtrack, awesome cinematography, amazing colors, great fight scenes, and it takes place in the last week before the Cold War. The Berlin Wall comes down. Okay, so you ready?
Ready?
There, start the
All right,
clock.
I'm going to try to do what I can here. So this the movie starts with a MI6 agent. He's killed by a KGB agent who steals this wristwatch that has a microfilm on it that contains active list of spies in Berlin. This is the whole thing in the movie. Everyone's after it. So
A big list
the
of
stars,
spies is the MacGuffin.
yes, pretty much.
Okay.
Charlize Theron is an MI6 baller. She's a stud. Her name's Lorraine Broughton. She's being interviewed at the beginning of the movie by Toby Jones, who's the MI6 exec, if you know Toby Jones, and then John Goodman, who's a CIA executive. They don't like each other, it seems. So her goal, she's sent to Berlin. First of all, if you're going to watch this movie, study up a little bit about the Cold War, okay? Because it's very confusing. Her goal is to assassinate this double agent named Satchel. Nobody knows who it is, and get the film back. She's ID'd immediately when she gets to East Berlin by the KGB. She fights them off. She meets Percival, who in my opinion was my favorite part of the movie. James McAvoy, I think he's amazing. She goes and is looking for this thing, and people are just trying to kill her the whole time. She meets this shy, scared French agent, and they have a romance, pretty hot, sexy romance. Then there's unbelievable fight scenes. Like if you read about this, the one thing you hear is fight scenes, you know? So I'm trying to speed along. Percival goes and kills the French agent, and then Lorraine tracks him down, kills him, and then calls him Satchel. So you're like, oh. But Lorraine splices the audio and gives photos to the two guys back in the office, because this takes back like a week before. So she convinces them that he is Satchel. Okay, I'm almost done. So if you want to do that quick thing,
You're
for
good.
me?
You're good.
All right. So 3 days later, she's in Paris.
Brett, yeah.
Yeah.
People need to skip ahead 15 seconds if
Yes.
they don't want to know the very end. Go ahead.
No, fuck that.
Okay,
Spoilers.
So 3 days later, she's meeting with the KGB head who she was fighting with earlier. All of a sudden, she's American, and you find out she was Satchel. And he tries to kill her, but she's a baller, so she kills him, and then tells him that she's been manipulating everybody. And then all of a sudden, she goes back and she gets on a plane with John Goodman, and finds out that she is actually a triple agent who was working with the CIA the entire time. And even though she's been with
Okay,
MI6 forever.
Brett, your time's pretty
Done.
much up. I think you've proven your point.
Yeah.
This movie is super convoluted, but has some
Yes.
good action. Do you give it a yes or no?
Oh, this is my hot take, but this is my favorite movie I've watched this year.
Better than Lady Bird.
I've never seen Lady Bird, but
Did you see John Wick 2? Because it's very it's the same director as the original John Wick film, right? Like it's
Yeah. No, I mean, again, I didn't say it was the best movie. I mean, it was like we loved
But did
it.
you
I mean,
see
we
John Wick
absolutely
2?
loved
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm not telling. It's
I
a
haven't
good
seen.
movie. Yeah, but
I haven't seen any of them. I haven't seen any of the John Wicks. I heard they're entertaining.
What's your point?
No,
Pat?
sorry.
no, I was just wondering if it's because a similar action style. Like I love this style of action. I haven't seen Atomic Blonde yet, but I love how they pull
No,
back.
it was-
I love the gung fu shit. Like I would love to see this movie. I said,
Dude, Brett was
Yeah.
like worried about spoiling it for people, and I can say without a doubt, like
Nobody followed anything I said.
there's not gonna. Well, there's so many twists and turns. Like you said something
She's a
about the
triple agent.
American.
I can't keep.
Yeah.
Because she's British. She's British the whole movie. But real quick, I sorry that I had to go so fast. But Pappy, like you said, the fight scenes are awesome. They're super realistic. They're like panting up against the wall in the middle of a fight because they're so tired. How often do you see that? I'll take that cricket noise as a never.
What's the runtime of this movie? Is it a tight story?
almost 2 hours.
Yeah, 155. Yeah,
fine.
it's man, it is it's confusing. You might want to take notes when you're watching. A lot of foreign names and Cold War history.
All right, let's move on to our third topic tonight. Brett, good job. Thank you for watching that. I've been wanting to know what happens in that movie for a while. I'll put it on the list. I asked you guys earlier if you could think of your favorite baby moments in movies, because obviously I kind of had like baby on the brain. So
because of the Boss Baby release
because I'm still in the shockwaves of Boss Baby being released
on streaming, Amazon
streaming.
Video, brought
It's
to
on
you by the Boss
Netflix.
Baby.
We are brought to you by Netflix.
I still haven't seen Boss Baby, and it's getting ready to
Well,
win
you
an
should
Oscar. I
download it
can't
for
believe it.
$2.99 off iTunes.
Brett, do you have a favorite baby moment?
I have to think of one because I was thinking that you were talking about in my life.
Okay.
Like
Why
that.
don't you just think, Pappy? What did you prepare for this question?
There was no doubt for me for my favorite baby moment. When we were growing up, my sister and I got 2 VHS pack from Sam's Club. One of the VHSs was Batman 67 with Adam West. And the other
it's
one was
terrible.
Baby's Day Out. And one of the moments I'll never forget of Baby's Day Out is when the baby is being kidnapped by Joe Mantegna. And like the cops come, and so that he hides the baby underneath his coat on his crotch, and for comic effect, the baby grabs his balls, and he it's pretty great. You have an infant grabbing a grown man's balls for comedy in front of a police officer underneath a blanket.
Nice.
Well, what
And it's,
ensues? Please,
unforgettable.
Can you continue? Finish the scene, please.
I think his
Fair.
voice gets high pitched because it's comedy. That's what a joke is. And then the cops go about their merry way, and they're like, "Holy fuck!" And the baby escapes to like a gorilla pin or something. There's also a great
right.
Mr. Plinkett review on that too, but I actually had that VHS.
What was that movie?
growing up. Baby's Day Out.
Baby, stay out. Okay, Brett, I'll allow you to think, and I'll.
No, I got one, but go ahead.
No, go ahead. I got you.
Okay. It's just something I still remember from when I was a kid, and we always thought it was really funny. Today's landscape would be frowned upon, but the movie Look Who's Talking, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, does it have like that sperm and egg at the beginning?
Yeah, but that's not a baby yet, obviously. So
Well, in some states, but go ahead.
yeah. John Travolta's got the baby, and this like super hot, busty chick, let's put it that way, is there, and he whispers to him. John Travolta whispers to the baby, who's played by Bruce Willis. He says, "Are you thinking what I'm thinking?" And Bruce Willis, the baby, goes, "Yeah, lunch."
What?
Yeah, lunch.
Is it boobies or lunch? Or
Yes, because he's breastfeeding. Yes.
is that a good movie?
Yeah, in today's political climate, I'm not really sure why you're going down this path, Brett.
Well, Hey,
Better than Baby's Day Out? How is that worse?
I can't think of any other ones. Maybe I'll think of one when you're talking, but that's just the one that always sticks out to me. I always like those movies.
Those are both very obscure. So I made a quick list of like a short list of things that are memorable to me about babies in movies. One is just hearing about the new Mother movie with Jennifer Lawrence. I guess that baby gets its neck cracked and then eaten by a bunch of people. Which also reminds me of 2004's Dawn of the Dead, which I did see in theater, where there's like a little baby that turns into a zombie, then they shoot it in the face.
Oh, man.
And then, of course, in American Sniper, the super fake baby that my brother Jordan always makes fun of it, but it's what's
the CGI baby, right?
No, it's just like a doll.
No, it's like a doll. It looks so fake.
What's his name? The guy who plays Zach from Wedding Crashers?
Cooper. the sack. Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, just joking. Bradley Cooper plays.
All the great movies he's in.
He has quotes that he's like, I can't believe we used a baby doll for a movie prop. But anyway, I would say my favorite baby moment is George Lucas's last Star Wars flick, Revenge of the Sith.
His second best.
Leia says in the original trilogy that she remembers her mom, but Padme dies in childbirth of sadness or like
the Force memories,
or Force memories or something.
The Force memories, dude. Like the Force clearly imprinted that on her.
And then the baby is like, how did they hide them from the Empire when they were like Darth Vader's looking for them? Well, one became a princess on a planet that like opposed the Empire, so that's a really good hiding spot.
I guess you're gonna have to watch Rogue One to figure it out.
And then Luke is named after his takes his dad's last name and is on his dad's home planet. Like Anakin literally hates sand that much he'll never bother to looking there.
It's so coarse.
So anyway, that's my favorite baby moment, you guys. Brett, you created a Facebook for us recently. Do you want to plug that real quick?
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I guess it's at Podcast Spoilers. It's got some good stuff on there. It's got all of our links and everything and some pictures and no personal information about us because we don't want to do that. But, you know.
Yeah, right. We're all over it.
No, just check it out. Like it.
It's a great way to request a movie. Just post on our wall or whatever. Just say, hey, do this movie, shitheads. We'll do it.
I know podcast listeners kind of like Twitter and IG a little more, so, you know, but, you know, for people who like Facebook, there you go. At Podcast Spoilers.
Well, speaking of our Instagram, it's been pretty lit lately.
It's lit.
Today I posted like a hate post about a pod I listened to, Reply All. I counted and they only had like 6 or 7 podcasts new since August. And I counted up how many new ones we had and it was like 32 or 33. And so I posted like a hate tweet towards them. And it's by far our least liked Instagram post.
Not doing well.
It's not breaking any records for us, so
yeah.
Spirited.
I'm gonna have to post I'm gonna have to post soon to like kind of just bury that, but any last words, Pat?
No. See Lady Bird and get ready for our Oscar prediction show. We should have Carter. We should have Stevie. We should have Brett, right? Are you in?
For what?
Yep. And Josh?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, absolutely. Keeping that episode short, though, right?
Yeah. No, but...
Hey, Patty, didn't we get on a new podcast platform today? You want to go ahead and tell everybody about that?
Yeah, do that and then toss it to Spoiler Man.
Dude, it's some stupid platform. What was it called? Podbean?
Oh,
Podicle.
Podicle? Barnacles? Yeah, whatever.
Dude, Mikey's gonna hate it.
If you listen to podcasts there, then you've already found us, I guess, so there's no point in advertising it.
That's true. But I thought we'd give a little shout out, but I guess we're the worst. So.
Fuck them. All right.
We'll keep sucking up to him on Twitter, though. All right, this was Spoilers. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Congrats, Josh and his wife.
Yeah.
Twitter is @spoilers_pod. Our Instagram is podcast spoilers. It's lit. Josh Hensley from the Rutabaga wrote our theme.
Additional music from Work Turn